Hey, Nathan here. Welcome to a new series covering the PGL2D Alpha release. And in this series, you're going to learn how to create a alpha build of a game library that you could use across different projects. Now, this is the alpha build. Things that we have created in this series will be modified in the beta and final build of the library. Things that we have not built will be built in the beta and final release, and things that look good now will possibly change in the beta and final release. So what you see here might not reflect those classes, or interfaces might not even exist later on down the road. So this series will be 28 parts. 28 tutorials. This one is an introduction, it's not a tutorial. And at the very end of the series, I do a looking back video. It kind of does the opposite of this video. This video is looking forward. I just call this an introduction series. And the very last video of this series will not be a tutorial. It'll be labeled as a tutorial just for numbering purposes, but it will just be a looking back on my thoughts of the whole series and what I feel of how it works, and look at it in a programming view and look at it in a content producer view. So look forward to that at the very end of the series. So 28 videos. Each one of the videos dedicates itself to that specific class or interface. And this series, since I haven't released any videos in a while, I decided long ago that this series was going to be, each tutorial of the series was going to be uploaded every single day. If you go to the PH Studios website and look at the calendar, I've already updated the calendar for the actual tutorials that you see. And that pushes it to the actual deadline of the giveaway. So it'll run all through June, and the last Sunday of June, the series will end. Now that will be the tutorial. 1 week after will be the looking back. So if I look at this one, that's looking back. That's 1 week after. And now I'm back to releasing videos every week. Now that'll be the flat paddles, but if you look at how it looks, that pushes it to the end of September. So I'm probably going to make some adjustments. The PGL2D series on the calendar, that's set in stone. You can follow that directly. That will not change. The flat paddles, I might change that to make it more frequent so it doesn't push it to the end of September. And in between that, I will also release other tutorials as well, so don't assume that that's the only tutorial you will get for a weekly basis. There will also be game algorithms or game mathematics videos, or just random stuff, random C# videos and stuff like that thrown into this mix as well. But this will give you the idea that without any modifications, up until the end of September, there will be consistent. 1 week we'll have a tutorial. That's assuming I do not change any of this. If I do change any of this, it'll be more frequent. 2 tutorials this week, 1 tutorial this week, 3 tutorials this week, a tutorial on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or Thursday or anything else. But there will always, up until the end of September, at this moment, you will have a tutorial every Sunday. Let me take a drink of water quick. And then while this is going, I'll be working on more videos. So I have a giant backlog of videos. I'll have until the end of September, without any modifications to this schedule, I have until the end of September to create more videos. That's a lot of time. So there will be a massive backlog of content going forward. It would have been even more if I decided to make the PGL2D 1 week as well. But since it's been a while since I've released any videos, I have decided long ago that this is going to be uploaded once a day. Now, this is in Eastern time. I believe if you add this to your calendar and your time zone is different, it should automatically adjust. So keep that in mind. And the time does not really matter. That's pretty much my deadline. If I get home from work and want to upload the video on Tuesday right away at 5 o'clock, then that video is going to be up at 5 o'clock. I'm not going to wait until 8 o'clock in case I have something going on. That's just my deadline. So the day is more important than the time. Don't expect at 8 o'clock that's when the video will be uploaded. That's pretty much my deadline. I need to get it up before 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock at the very latest. And that's my schedule. So every day there will be a new PGL2D alpha video up until the end of June, or the last Sunday of June, which is also the last day of the Final Fantasy X and 10-2 giveaway. And then after that, everything will go back to a weekly basis. Okay. So this video, again, is going to be 28 tutorials. This is tutorial 0 for introduction, and there will be a tutorial 29 for looking back, but those two are not really tutorials. They're just marked that way for numbering. 0 is an introduction to the series, and then tutorial 1 is actually where we get started, all the way to 28, yada yada yada, and then tutorial 29, that's the last one for the playlist and last one for the series, so it's going to be labeled as such. And that just looks back on my overall thoughts on what my thoughts are for the series. Okay, I've also, if I go back here and go to the source code, I've also split up all the source code. Let me make sure that all fits. Okay, yes. So tutorial 1 structure, I'll release all these. These will all be the project files. Every tutorial will have its own zip that you can download and view the result. Alright, so stay tuned for the actual first tutorial, which will be tomorrow by 8 o'clock. Monday the 30th by 8 o'clock. So, I hope you enjoyed the series. This is the first series that I've done in bulk. Everything's recorded, as you can see here in this file folder. Everything is already recorded. As of now is the, I can't really show you the time, but it is Sunday the 29th, May 29th. And I'm recording this the day of. This is Sunday, and this series starts. So everything else is done except for the looking back, which I can do as this is going on. And that's just me sitting and talking, so that's not a big deal. But everything else, all the actual content is already recorded. You can see here, all the video files are done and ready to be uploaded. All the source code is done and ready to be uploaded. And hopefully you enjoy this series. There were a few things that I had to do hard cuts on, but overall, I think the series is pretty good. So stay tuned for the actual start tutorial 1, which will be tomorrow, and then stay tuned every single day, which will be a brand new video. Alright, one final thing, and then I'll cut this video. I mentioned this before, but I'll mention this again since this is the actual part of the series. What you see here, every single day there will be a video. However, if something comes up, if I don't have internet the whole day for whatever, or if I know I'm going to be out of town one day, or I will not have internet access one day, I will make up for that. On average, it'll be a tutorial a day. If I miss a day for whatever reason, internet's down or whatever, or there's a giant emergency, or whatever, I can't control there's some things that I cannot control. If I miss a day, or I know I will miss a day, I will release 2 tutorials in one day. So, for example, if I know I'm gonna miss Wednesday the 8th, I will release 2 videos. I will release the actual tutorial 8, the tutorial text entity. I will also release that on Tuesday the 7th. So if I know I'm gonna miss Wednesday the 8th, on Tuesday the 7th there will be 2 videos uploaded. And then no videos on Wednesday the 8th, and then we'll go back to normal on Thursday the 9th. So on average, it will be a tutorial a day. I just wanted to give that disclaimer, just in case something happens. For whatever reason, I don't know what's going to happen any day of this month. I can't guarantee you that, this video will be uploaded this day. If it is not, it'll be adjusted in the day before if I know ahead of time, or the day after if I didn't know ahead of time. So this can fluctuate, but on average it will be a tutorial a day. Alright, that's it for this introduction. I hope you enjoy this series. Let me know what your thoughts are. This is also the first series I've done with OBS, and I've loved it. So, hopefully you enjoy it. Thanks for listening and watching, and I'll see you for the tutorial.